Hi there, this is Tamika C. Carter. I'm the founder and the executive director of the Group Travel Academy, and I want to welcome you to this mini pandemic recovery workshop that I put together for you called Getting Back to Travel. All right, so I put this workshop together because it's important that we have this conversation as group travel planners. We have now been in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic for a little more than 2 months now. So, what we thought was going to be a 2 week break in things has turned into, almost 3 months of stoppages, whether it's a travel stoppage, a work stoppage, a business stoppage, just life. Life is different now. Life is totally different now, but it's not going to be different forever. Let me change that. It is going to be different forever because things are going to change. And just like things changed after 9/11, those things will change and they will make the industry better. But the pandemic itself is not going to be here forever. Okay. So like many of you at the beginning of the year, I started out with my new goals at the beginning of 2020, and I had more clarity about my business than, I'd ever had before. And I knew exactly what direction I was going and what steps I was going to take to get there. And then we were surprised with this coronavirus pandemic. And suddenly, everything shifted and everything changed. And I have to be honest with you, like I asked myself, is the travel industry ever going to recover from this? Like once the 2 weeks left, once the 2 weeks ended and it just continued to go on and on and on, and more resorts and hotels started to shut down. And the cruise line industry, oh my gosh, has just really been beaten. So, I had been asking myself, will the industry recover from this pandemic and this break? And then I looked back and I thought about SARS and I thought about 9/11, definitely natural disasters that happen in all of the destinations that we promote and that we send people to. And that gave me some hope, because the industry has always bounced back after those things. But then I also had these days of when I was feeling hopelessness and I was feeling like, what if it doesn't? This is worse than 9/11. Planes haven't flown in months, like not to full capacity. And resorts have been shut down for months, and hotels and cruise lines. And like I said, the cruise line industry has just really been beaten. So, I kind of went back and forth, and I wonder if, some of you felt the same way, like, just kind of wondering this. And to be honest, there was one day when I lost it. I lost it, putting it all out there. I went into my bedroom and I literally hid under the covers for an entire day. An entire day. And I just cried and cried because of the level of uncertainty that I was feeling. Okay. And it was a really emotional time. It was a really emotional day for me. Luckily, it was only one day. It wasn't quite a full day, but luckily it was only one day. But as I emerged, I started checking my cell phone, and I was just kind of, doodling around on Facebook and seeing what was going on. And I started to see people posting these images of places that they had traveled to. And they were calling it the landscape challenge, right? I don't know if you remember seeing that a couple of months ago, but it was really hot and heavy on Facebook a couple of months ago. But it was called the landscape challenge, is what they were calling it, and they were posting pictures of destinations, beautiful destinations that they had seen and visited, previously. And they were talking about, oh my gosh, I wish I was there. I can't wait to get back to this. I'm ready to travel again soon. And that's really what lifted me out of my bed and gave me hope. And fortunately, I've been moving forward since then. So this was really like right at the beginning, maybe like within maybe the second week of the shutdown. So, and after that, I've been rocking and rolling, really productive, moving forward, of course, and inspiring others to move forward as well. So, so I wanted to share that with you. And if you have felt that way during this time period, it's totally understandable. Like I think we have all felt that way to some degree, right? And so one thing that emerged from me feeling this way and then coming out of it was our private group travel Facebook group, or group travel planners Facebook group. And that's because I really felt like we all needed a place where we could come together and just really go through this process together as a family, right? As a group travel planning family. And because you never know what you might share with somebody that would inspire them and give them hope about their group travel business. So anyway, so that's what came out of that. But again, when I started to see these Facebook posts, I was instantly reminded of why I got into the travel business in the first place. One, because I wanted to travel myself, and two, because I wanted to inspire, excuse me, I wanted to inspire other people to travel. So that's always been really, really important to me, is to not only travel myself, but to inspire others. And I think that's probably why you got into this industry too, because you want to travel more and you want to inspire other people to travel as well. So I want to remind you of that, and just to encourage you, don't give up on that. Don't give up on that, because that dream and that hope that you have of growing your group travel business, it's in your spirit for a reason. It is in your spirit for a reason. It's your calling. It's your calling. It is what you are supposed to do. It would not be in your spirit if it wasn't something that you're not supposed to do and accomplish. So just keep that in mind. Like, this pandemic is not going to last forever. People are thinking about traveling. People are talking about traveling. People are hoping for travel. And, the group travel industry is really, this industry is going to be the savior of the travel industry. It truly is, because think about this. Right now, we're in the middle of this pandemic, right? We're in the middle of this pandemic. People are home. People aren't visiting their parents, their grandparents, their adult children, their grandchildren, aunts and uncles, cousins, brothers and sisters, friends, sorors, frat brothers, right? Our classmates. We're built to interact with people physically and communicate physically, not just virtually. Virtually is great. Don't get me wrong. It's great, but there is nothing like I can't wait until I can visit my mom and my grandmother and just give them like just a big old hug like I've never given them before. And I'm sure you feel the same way. And, so you have grandparents that are missing their grandkids, and so forth. So the group travel industry is what's going to pull this industry out from the pandemic, because people are going to want to get together. People are going to want to see each other. And on top of that, they want to go somewhere. They're tired of being in the house. They want to go somewhere, and they want to go somewhere with the people that they know and the people that they love and the people that they miss. Okay. And it's our job to facilitate that for them. But we have to do it whenever they are ready. We have to do it whenever they are ready, not because we are ready to bring our businesses out, not because the government says it's time to reopen. That means nothing. People are going to do what they want to do when they're ready to do it. So as group travel planners, we need to be willing and ready to meet them wherever they are mentally. wherever they are mentally, we need to be able to meet them there, to be able to provide the service for them that we promise that we will provide, and to inspire them and encourage them to travel. So what do I mean by meet them where they are mentally? You have some people who are comfortable being at home, watching TV, kind of seeing things unfold outside. You know, some people, they're not just comfortable at home, but they're safe at home. Maybe they have underlying conditions and they don't want to be out. So you have those people, and we have to meet them where they are mentally, okay, if that's the case for them. Then you have people who are itching to travel. They're itching to go somewhere, right? They're ready to get in their car and drive somewhere. They're ready to get on a plane, but people aren't flying yet, or the destinations aren't open yet, and hotels and resorts aren't open yet. But if they were, they would put on some gloves and a face mask and they would be gone. That's how much they love travel and how much they miss it. And then you have the people that are on the in-between, right? The people who are thinking about travel, they love travel, they miss it, but they know that right now it may not be the safest time for them to travel. So they're still thinking about it. They still want to do some planning. You know, they want to be stimulated when it comes to travel, but they're probably not going to travel until fourth quarter of 2020, maybe even 2021, when they feel more comfortable. So no matter where they are, no matter where your prospects and your clients are mentally when it comes to travel, it's our responsibility to let them know that we understand, we get it. Wherever you are mentally, we totally get it. And we need to let them know that, hey, I'm here. I'm here whenever you are ready. Whenever you are ready, I'm here for you. I'm still in the business of making your travel dreams come true, but I'm patient. I know this industry isn't going anywhere. Because when you provide that clarification for them, it puts them at ease too. So that's really, really important. So one thing that I would encourage you to do, because a lot of people have been sitting back, a lot of travel planners have just been sitting back, waiting to see what's going to happen. Maybe they're still under the covers like I was. You know, they've been under the covers for 2 or 3 months. I hope that's not you. And if you're watching this video, it's probably not you, because you've already made a decision to move forward in your travel business, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, but I would encourage you, if you've been sitting back up until now, reach out to your clients, reach out to them by social media, reach out to them by email, or even reach out to them by phone. The ones that you've worked with in the past and you want to work with again, reach out to them and let them know that you understand and that you're patient. And whenever they are ready, you'll be ready to serve them. Okay? So that would be the first thing that I would recommend. The second thing that I would recommend for you is to continue to stimulate the people that are thinking about travel but feel safer at home at the moment. Now, how can you do that, right? So definitely continue to post on social media. If you aren't already doing that, you need to start. Show them some inspiration, right? Share some of your old photos of some of the amazing vacation places that you've been to. Show yourself in those photos having a great time, or some of your clients having an amazing time on travel. So stimulate their interest for travel on social media. Another thing you can do is plan some virtual vacations and invite them to participate in those virtual vacations with you. Now, you don't have to plan like a full 7-day thing or anything like that, but think about think about things that you would incorporate in a travel. I mean, you're a planner, you're a group travel planner. So basically what you would do is you would plan a group trip, or you would plan a trip, and you would then share some of those experiences by email, by social media. You know, there's several outlets that you can use for that. So just to give you an example, some things you could do if you specialize in a particular destination, right? And let me back up for a minute. You want these virtual vacations to be interactive, something that they can do and participate in at home, just as if they were on vacation, not just something that they can watch or see. Okay, so you want them to be as interactive as possible. So, for example, if you plan travel to a particular destination or a particular region of the world, you know, maybe post a video segment of you making your favorite drink from that destination that you know comes from that destination. Or even if you don't want to be on video doing it, you could find a YouTube video of somebody cooking a meal that represents that destination, and include the recipe and all the ingredients and everything that they'll need so that they can cook along with the chef in the video. To take it even a step further, you could even partner with the chef that's special, either that's in that destination or someone that's local to you that maybe specializes in that type of cooking, and have them do a Facebook Live where they're cooking live, you know, on Facebook, and your clients are able to view that on your website and participate and maybe cook the meal on their own at the same time. How awesome would that be? Amazing, right? So you could also include tours, you know, different things that you might do while you're on vacation to give you some ideas and some inspiration. Look at your old photos. Look at your old photos and try to find photos. Look at photos and try to plan virtual vacation experiences around the things that you took your photos of you doing, because those things were the most interactive for you while you were on vacation. And those things were the things that inspired you. So that's kind of how you can get an idea of the things that you can share. But put together a virtual vacation package. And the good thing is you don't have to share it all at once. You don't have to share it and then say, hey, here's my full 3-day virtual vacation package. No. On Tuesday, you can post the video of you making the drink, right? On Wednesday, you can post the tour of maybe a YouTube video of the tour that you went on, or that they could go on if they were traveling to this particular destination. You can get a lot of great videos and a lot of great photos from the tourism website, from the tourism boards for the destinations that you take people to. So that's a really, really great resource for getting video content. And like I said, you can also use YouTube. There's so much content there, especially, you know, for tours and things like that, where people are actually wearing a camera, a video camera, and they give that real virtual experience, right? So you can do some really amazing things with them, with this. And you can break it apart. Like I said, you don't have to share the whole thing at one time, but just share bits and pieces of it, just to keep them inspired and keep them thinking about the destination that they want to travel to at some point, and, you know, kind of keep their mouth watering for it. And when they're ready, guess who they're going to call? They're going to call you. When they think about, oh, you know what, we should plan a family vacation. Or when they're with their girlfriends, or they're talking to their girlfriends on Zoom or FaceTime or on the phone or whatever, and they say, you know what, I just watched this great video on XYZ, and I want to go to this destination. We should put something together. We should plan something for when this pandemic is over. And guess who they're gonna call? They're gonna call you. So you know so I think a virtual vacation is an amazing way to interact with them and to keep their mouth watering for travel. Make sure that when you're using videos from YouTube, though, that you don't use videos that have been posted by other travel professionals, because you don't want to accidentally promote someone else's business. You want to promote your own. So I definitely think the tourist boards would be a great solution for you. And of course, you can search YouTube for other videos as well. And like I said, you can post videos of your own. Post videos of your own and just really, inspire people to travel to those particular destinations that you would normally plan travel for them to if we were not in a pandemic. Okay. All right. So, one other thing that I wanted to mention with the virtual vacation experience is, actually, I covered everything with the virtual vacation experience. All right. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is just thinking outside of the box, with how you serve your clients who want to do something right now, but they may not want to travel too far away from home. So this is what the studies are showing now, that people want to do something. Most people want to do something and they want to go somewhere, but they don't want to travel or they don't want to venture too far away from home. So think outside of the box here. Think about whether if you serve your local area, right? Think about some drivable destinations that you could help people to plan group travel to. For example, I live about 3 miles from a destination area called National Harbor. So it's right outside of Washington, D.C. And National Harbor they have an MGM casino there and hotel. Lots of hotel properties are there. It's waterfront. It's beautiful. It is an absolutely beautiful area. Tons of restaurants. And so, it's a great place for people to kind of stay close to home, but get away at the same time. Okay. So when you're picking a destination like that, though, you want to make sure that because of the times that we're in, that you're choosing hotel properties for those clients who have implemented some new clean standards, because you want to be able to share those new clean standards with your clients. All right. So do a little bit of research on the hotel properties and resort properties that you're thinking about sending people to now and in the future. Even your preferred supplier partners, find out what they're doing. Find out what new standards they are implementing in terms of clean standards, because your clients are going to want to know that. That's what's going to set you above the bar. So make sure that you do that research when you're looking for destination properties, again, either close to home properties or properties that you would normally send travelers to, farther away. That's going to be super important, really, really important. And you want to make sure that you're sending your clients to clean places anyway, because you want to make sure that they feel secure. And you want to know that when you're sending them to these places, you want to feel confident that you're sending them to a good place. All right. So do that research. That's going to help you a lot. So in addition to the drivable destinations, the close to home destinations that people will want to go to, think about vacation homes. And I know this is kind of a non-traditional approach, and sometimes travel industry people have issues with vacation homes, but I don't have issues with vacation homes. In fact, when I first started my group travel business, I did a couple of trips to Orlando for a couple of people, and ended up booking group trips and ended up booking multiple vacation homes in the same neighborhood for those families. And I'm talking 5, 6, 7 bedroom homes. And you have homes that have 10 to 12 bedrooms, depending on the size of the group that you have. So think outside of the box and think about using the vacation home properties, HomeAway, VRBO. There are a couple of others out there, and some of them even provide commissions for travel professionals. So you can look into those as well. All right. And let me give you some examples of how you might be able to use those and incorporate them in a way that's not going to shift your business model completely. So let's say, for example, you normally plan group travel to Europe. Okay. Maybe you can find a vacation home that has, more of a European theme when it comes to the structure of the home and how the home is decorated. Right. And, or maybe the neighborhood, maybe the town that your vacation home is in, or the one that you find is in, maybe that is very similar to a town or a city, in Europe that you would normally send your clients to. So just kind of think outside of the box and maybe work with the person who owns the property to incorporate some European things in there that would make them feel like they're in Europe. Okay. Another example is I love the Caribbean. I love the Caribbean. So, with my agency, Caribbean Mastermind Retreats, I only sell the Caribbean. So, for example, if I was going to use a vacation home for my client to have some sort of training or something like that, that's not taking her to the Caribbean with her clients. What I would do is I would work with the owner of the vacation home. First of all, I'd make sure that the vacation home is waterfront. If I could get it on a beach, that would be even better. There would have to be a private pool. Absolutely. Okay. And what I would do is I would work with the owner of the property and maybe send a CD in advance or send an audio file of some sort in advance that they could have playing. Like as soon as the group enters the home, they hear reggae music, making them feel like they're in the Caribbean, making them think about travel to the Caribbean, right? Because that's what this is all about. It's all about providing that inspiration that they need, to that stimulation to want to contact you to go to the destination that you would normally sell. Okay. And even if they're not ready to go, they can be ready to book. They can be ready to book. That's the beauty of group travel, is that they can book now with a deposit. You can get a deposit from everybody, and their travel can be planned for 2021 or for the end of 2020. Like it really, it's really flexible. So that's kind of how you can incorporate your niche and target market into something like this without totally shifting your business from taking your travelers to places abroad that you would normally take them to, but still doing something close to home, something drivable, a vacation home property, and still giving them that feeling and that stimulation of being away without being away. But again, encouraging them to still think about going away when they feel ready. And so, another thing that I thought of that I would totally do is working with the vacation home owner to hire a private chef that's local to wherever this destination is. A private chef that can cook a meal for them at least one night that represents the area that they sell, the area that you sell. Okay. So you could totally hire a chef that specializes in Caribbean cuisine. You know, or if you sell Europe, if Italy is one of the places, a chef that specializes in Italian cuisine, you know, and have them come on site, on property, using their new clean standards, right? And preparing a meal that represents the destination that you sell, or a destination that you sell. And if you sell multiple destinations and you're not quite sure like how to pick something for this, ask your client. Ask them, like, one of the first questions you can ask them is, if you had your choice of any destination, like where's the first place that you would want to go when all of this is over? If you could fly somewhere, or if you could cruise somewhere, or whatever, where would you want to go, and what would you want to do, and what would you want to see? And so that's how you would learn more about your client, and then cater this experience to something that would help them to resonate with that. All right. And, you know, we put together a COVID-19 communication kit pretty early on, a few weeks after the pandemic, after it changed to a pandemic and everything kind of became on lockdown. We put together a COVID-19 communication kit because we wanted to help you all to communicate with your clients about COVID-19, and also with your suppliers about your upcoming trips and how to handle those and how you wanted to handle those. We have made that kit available to you here as well. So you can download that. You can use it as you see fit. Some of it may be out of date for you at this point if you have already been reaching out to your clients and suppliers. But if you're reaching out for the first time, you know, the kit will be the language that's included early on in the kit will be helpful to you. Okay. But there is one part of the kit that I really want to point out during this workshop, and that is the marketing campaign that's at the end. So at the end of the kit, we have included a marketing campaign that you can use. And that campaign basically is a 3-part email series that you can use to send to your clients that kind of gets them to thinking about the possibility of booking travel again, booking group travel, and getting together with their family, their friends, their sisters and brothers, their grandchildren, their sorors, their frat brothers. So you can copy this language and use it in your business. You can use this 3-part email series that kind of builds into getting them to think about booking travel with you and booking a group trip for when this pandemic is over and when it's safe for them to travel as a group. Okay. And the campaign that we use is called, or that we put together, it's called Group Travel, Togetherness to Look Forward to. So not only do you get the language that you can put in the emails, but we've also put together some Facebook images that you can use as well. And they're totally customizable. So you can put in your company name, the name of your agency, and your contact information. And you can use these images in your business. You can use them on social media. You know, you can send them out as a part of your email, whatever you want to do. And the good thing about it is that there are different types of images. So whatever your brand is, whoever you serve, we believe that we have included an image that you can select and use for this particular, for your own campaign that will represent the audience that you serve. So I really, really, truly hope that that will be helpful. So in closing, I just want to remind you to just stay positive, stay encouraged. This is not going to last forever at all. And we're going to come out of this stronger than ever. And the group travel industry is going to lead the way. We're going to lead the way. All right. Thank you guys. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.